Pamela Marin and her fellow postal workers are taking their fight for job security and the future of Canada Post to MPs' offices across the country today.
The statement is, this is our post office. We believe in the public service for everybody, and we are willing to be out here so that we can have that service for everybody.
Canada Post's 55,000 unionized employees have been off the job since Friday, one day after the federal government proposed a path forward for Canada Post that would see the end of door-to-door mail delivery and an end to the moratorium on rural post office closures.
If you go out west, into the prairies, you might have a small rural post office, and that's the only federal infrastructure they have left in that town for a 100, 200, 300 kilometer radius, right? Even here in our small town of Goderich, we have rural communities, we have farmers, we have farmland that we need to get to.
Canada Post workers have been without a contract for 2 years. They went on strike last December, but were ordered back to work by the federal government just before Christmas. Following the government's most recent plan for Canada Post that would see massive layoffs, employees have hit the picket line again.
Make no mistake, this is the very same strike. We adhered to the government's request. We went back to work during the Christmas time. We continued to deliver to all the Canadians. Come May 25th of 2025, we had a right to come back on the strike line. Instead, we chose a job action of an overtime ban that lasted several months.
Canada Post says you can't get blood from a stone. The company loses $10 million a day and has lost $5 billion since 2018.
Canadians are using us less and less, but now as taxpayers, they're paying more and more for that. The minister said that needs to stop, and we wholeheartedly agree.
So maybe everybody needs to start looking at the top and how did we mismanage this post office that badly and to be where we are now. I mean, that's the way I look at it.
Giordano says if Canada Post goes down, Canadians will pay more to send letters and packages.
The moment we're out of the market, Amazon, Walmart, DHL, UPS, FedEx, all these big companies, they can charge you whatever you want. We're about 30%, in some cases 50% cheaper than our competitors because, again, we are a public service, not a for-profit business.
While most mail has stopped being delivered by Canada Post, government support checks and live animals are still being shipped through Canada Post. In Goderich, Scott Miller, CTV News.